Hey guys, it's Ciara and welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering assumptions about me that people have given me through my Instagram fan page. I'm not going to be including anybody's usernames just for privacy reasons. However, I will be putting what they've said on the screen. I've not read through all of them. I did read through a couple just to check that people are actually sending them in, because sometimes I put question things on my story and nobody says anything. I'm like, okay then. But hopefully this should work out. Hopefully I have enough. I'm doing this video because my friend Izzy actually did this video. I'll put her channel on the screen now. You should definitely go check her out. And also this is inspired by Jaden Bartels, who I frequently mentioned is one of my favourite people in the world. Okay, so the first one is, you want to be friends with more people but don't like intruding. This is so true. I am someone who has had experiences where I've been best friends with someone and then I've introduced them to somebody else who I'm friends with, and then they've become closer friends so that I'm no longer friends with either of them because I've drifted away from them, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I like having a friend group, but I don't like it where I introduce two people to each other and then therefore I'm left out of the picture because they end up being closer friends than I was with each of them before. Also, if people have established groups, especially in the Max and Harvey fandom, there's lots of like friendship groups and there's lots of people who I'd actually love to be friends with, but I don't want to intrude because I feel like I'm getting in the way of friendships and I don't like that. So I don't usually intrude in friendships. Another reason, just because I hate rejection. Like, I have a massive fear of rejection. I won't ask people out because I have a fear of rejection. I won't shoot my shot, as Ella says, because I just hate rejection. And it's the same with friendships, and I don't think that's ever going to change, to be honest. You like helping people where you can. I would say this is true, just because I feel like if somebody's asking for help, if somebody needs help with something and nobody's helping them, or they just want a bit of advice on something, I'm always there. Like, if somebody wants to DM me, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna help solve your problem. I'm gonna help you if you need something. People's opinions don't matter to you as much as what it used to. This is so accurate. This time last year and before, and basically any time before 2020, all of the thoughts I had about myself were from what other people said. So if somebody gave me a compliment or if somebody told me something that was criticism, I would believe it. I would cater my appearance and personality and the things I said and the way I acted to the people I was friends with, to the things that were said to me. And now I'm just not like that. I'm just more myself than I think I've ever been. I'm starting to actually dress how I want to. I'm working hard to achieve the things that I want to achieve, and I'm not just doing things because other people say, oh, you should do this, or this would be perfect for you. I'm doing it because I want to do it, and people's opinions really don't matter to me anymore. As long as I'm happy and I know that everything I'm posting is something that I'm proud of and I'm working hard to achieve the things I want to achieve, I'm genuinely not fussed about what other people think about me. You don't like Max and Harvey as much anymore. This is something I can definitely agree with. I have not gone off them completely. Obviously I'm still on my fan page, I still watch all their live streams and I still am emotionally attached to them and all their friends. However, I am not as fussed about them as I used to be. However, I do still love Max and Harvey. I'm going to see them 3 times again on the next tour like I did on the previous tour. I'm going to see them at Camp Festival. My whole life still pretty much revolves around them, but I am not as bothered about them as I used to be. I'm starting to find interest in other people, but there's rock bands and pop punk stuff that I'm getting like interested in now. My friend Ella is like a big pop punk person, so I think I'm either following by her influences or I'm just starting to like everything that she likes. Like, there's a lot of music. If you go through my February 2021 playlist on my Spotify, you will see that literally my music taste has changed so much because I'm starting to like new things. It's really just essentially part of growing up, and that's not a problem. It's literally just me growing up and growing out of it. To be honest, I've never really liked Max and Harvey's music, but now, more than ever, I'm not liking it. Like, their new song Worry a Little Less, I've literally only listened to twice because it's just not for me. I don't like it. In a way I find it a bit cringy, but if you like it, that's not a problem. It's a matter of personal opinion. I don't even know the lyrics. I literally know the lyrics to the chorus. So I might have to learn them before tour, otherwise everyone will just be singing it and it'll just be me going. You enjoy doing YouTube. This is so true. I absolutely love doing YouTube. I'm really glad that I started a channel. I do regret not starting it earlier because I really wish I started doing it in lockdown or whatever. The reason I started it when I did is because that is really when I gained confidence, when I started to believe in myself more. And I was trying to find the best way to do it without people that know me personally finding out about it. You may have noticed that when I mention my social medias, I put my Instagram usernames on the screen rather than in the description box. And that's because I've had instances before where a family member posted a video of me singing a song when I was 9 years old on YouTube, and then people in my year at school who were bored in technology class looked up my name and found it online. That is why you may notice my name on YouTube is not the same as my actual name. My name is not Ciara Doyle. That is my mum's maiden name, and that's why I've decided to use it. I also prefer it in a way to my actual name, but I don't say my actual name on my channel or in the description, because if people were to search up my name, they would be able to find my channel, and that is really putting my mental health in jeopardy again. I wouldn't say I've been bullied, but I've been verbally abused, if you like, for several years, and I'm not having it again, and I don't want it to get any worse. I might start posting about it when I start college, because obviously I won't speak to those people anymore, so it's not going to matter. I'm not going to get like victimised every day, but at the moment I just want to keep it as it is, just so that I feel safe online, and I don't need other people who don't understand what I'm doing getting in the way of things. But yes, I really enjoy YouTube. Yes, I'll admit it's quite hard to come up with content ideas on a regular basis, to always have like a video ready, because now I'm posting every Wednesday and Saturday. It's quite hard to make sure I've got 2 videos a week going, so it can be quite difficult, but at the same time I really enjoy it. I can't wait till lockdown's over so that I can film some videos with Ella. You're very put together. I would agree with this to some degree. I'm a very organised person. If something is not organised, it will stress me out. If you've seen any of my study videos, you'll know that all my folders and everything are extremely organised, because I just like having everything in its place. My bookshelf is organised. I've got fiction books at the top, non-fiction books, school books, like everything has a place, and I feel like I am quite put together. Your room is always neat. This is not true. I do always make it look neat when it's on camera. As you can see right now, my bed is made. I've not really got anything in the background because my desk, which is to the side of me, did have quite a few things on it before, but I've cleared them all to film this video. There is usually quite a lot of things on the floor, usually like just either random things or clothes. At the moment there isn't. My room's actually quite tidy, and I'm planning on doing a room tour soon because my room's actually tidy enough for me to film one. However, it's not always like this. It is usually quite messy. Well, not messy as such, but it's just not tidy. You know exactly what you want to do in life. This is true, however, only until a certain point. So I know what I want to do at college. I've picked all my options for college and everything. I'm ready for college. I know exactly where I want to go to uni. I know what course I want to do, and I know what accommodation I'm staying in. I've literally got everything planned for uni. I've even made my accommodation like checklist of everything I need to bring with me, and I made it like last year, which is like 3 or 4 years before I go, because I'm really excited. I watch uni hauls and IKEA hauls all the time just because I'm so excited about it. I've got everything planned up until uni, but after that I really don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully I get somewhere with the project I'm currently working on and the singing and entertainment industry thing works out for me, but if it doesn't, I genuinely don't know what I go into. I would like to do something in the entertainment or media industry, regardless of what that would be. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure what I would end up doing. My mum's always seemed to think that I'd be a good like scientist or a doctor or something, and I wouldn't mind doing that. I just know that it's like you have to spend like 7 years or something at medical school, and I'm not passionate enough about it to do that. However, I do want to make sure I do my music and everything, so if that works out for me, then I'll probably end up doing that. Otherwise, past the age of like 20, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with my life right now, but that's okay. You don't have to have everything sorted out. I just like to know what's happening in the near future, just so that my head is clear and I don't have to make loads of big decisions all the time, and I have a plan of what I'm doing. It just makes me feel a lot more comfortable. You wish you could be with your best friend right now? Yes. Oh my gosh, me and Ella were actually planning to quarantine together a couple of weeks ago, but then her dad got COVID symptoms, so obviously we couldn't do that, and I had to wait till he got tested. But still, my mum is high risk. We didn't want her coming here unless her dad was like completely okay and everything, so she's not here obviously right now. But if the lockdown does get extended past the 8th of March, then it is a possibility that she might come here. If not, then I will definitely see her like all in Easter holidays and summer. We're just going to spend so much time together. We literally have I think two or 3 weeks in summer, which we've already planned to be together. I'm bringing her to Camp Festival with me. She's not going with her family, she's coming with me and my mum. So that's 1 week, and then there's a week in the middle where I don't think we're together, and then the next week is all the Max and Harvey shows, and we're spending the entire week together then. So yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of time with her in the summer, hopefully. You'd like to be friends with Max and Harvey. This is really true. I've always said that me, Max and Harvey would get on really well. I feel like I am quite a similar person to them. I've always referred to myself as the female version of Harvey. Now, I know that's quite a statement. I'm not exactly like Harvey, but we have really similar interests. We play similar instruments, we have similar taste in music, especially Harvey, and I just feel like I get on with them really well. That's another reason why I've mentioned I want to be their support act, is because I just feel like I'd be good friends with them, like the relationship they have with Jenna. So yeah, I do really want to be friends with them. Hopefully that might happen someday, but if it doesn't, I'll be kind of annoyed about it, because it's potentially a very good friendship. You'd love to have your own brand / podcast. Yes! Oh my god. Right, I'm currently in the process of like planning and starting my own podcast up. I'm not sure whether I'm 100% going ahead with it yet, but I've done like 2 or 3 episodes of it and sent them to a couple of my friends, and they've given me reviews on what they were like and what I need to improve and things, and what they liked about it, so that I can re-record them and make them better. And I am really passionate about it. I really want to do it, but I'm not sure if I'm going ahead with it yet, so I've not said anything on my channel or to anybody else, because I'm just not sure if it's like set in stone yet. If that doesn't go ahead though, in the future, that is something I'd really like to do. I'd also like to be a guest on Max and Harvey's School Days podcast. That is something that I do think about a lot. There is this girl, I think her name's Georgie, on TikTok, where she does like pretend interviews, like as if she's on the Graham Norton show, and I do that all the time. Like when I'm listening to Max and Harvey's new episodes of their podcast, I will pause it and imagine that they've asked me the question and like respond to them, just so that I can practice for if one day they invite me on there, and I'm really, really excited if that does happen. And then about having my own brand, 100%. Me and my best friend Ella are actually starting up our own business at the moment called Cotton Candy Clothing. You can follow us on Instagram, the username will be on the screen and also in the description box below, and on TikTok at Cotton Candy UK. We are a clothing and accessory business, and we're planning to launch really soon, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I would like to do collaborations later on if I do become like a artist / influencer, so similar to what Saffron Barker and Anastasia Kingsnorth have done with Skinny Dip and In The Style. I would love to do something like that. That would be so cool. But even if it's not clothing and it's like a different thing, I'd love it. It would be absolutely insane to be able to say that I've collaborated with a brand or I have my own brand. That is always something that I've been really passionate about, and I don't think that's something I'm ever going to lose passion for. You want tattoos in the future. This is not true. The idea of getting tattoos scares me. I can't think of anything that I would like enough to permanently have on my body. I also feel like it would be quite painful. So no, I don't want tattoos. If something came up that I knew would stay with me forever and I'd want it on my body, then obviously that is something I would consider. You have a clothing style. I'd say yes, but at the same time I'd say no. I do, like when I'm at home, when I'm not filming, I just basically wear like t-shirts and hoodies and joggers all the time, and I don't like wearing that. I actually like dressing up. But the thing is, there's 2 different styles of clothing that I love. I love like grunge, like 90s grunge and whatever, like typical looking Youngblood fan sort of thing, but I also like the chic, classy, posh sort of look, and there's not really an in-between. They are 2 completely different styles. But my whole wardrobe is basically both of those styles into one wardrobe, which doesn't make sense, but those are 2 styles I wish I could pull off and that I wish I could wear. But I don't know if I have a style. I just know that there's styles that I love, but I'm too scared to try. You spoke to Max and Harvey quite a few times. Maybe. I've seen them live 13 times, I've met them 10 times. I've spoke to Harvey on a live stream call in December for this cooking thing, and I spoke to both of them on a looped call in January 2020. Apart from that, I've not really spoke to them. I'm going to mention him again, I'm sorry, but I speak to their friend Tom sometimes. I've spoken to him a lot more than I spoke to Max and Harvey, and Max and Harvey don't know me on a personal level, but Tom follows me on Instagram and I talk to him sometimes. I haven't actually spoke to him recently, but like before, I did speak to him quite a bit. So I've spoke to him more, but Max and Harvey don't know my name, they don't know my face, they can't put names to face, they don't even know my fan page, they don't follow me, so, you know, not taking offence or anything. You are very passionate about what you want to do in your career. Yes, this is true. I have a very clear goal. I also have a backup goal. So if the thing I really want to do, which is music, I want to be in a girl band, I want to be an influencer, blah 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 blah, if that doesn't work, then I have a backup plan and another backup plan. So I'm sure everything will be okay. But yes, I'm extremely passionate about what I want to do. I have a lot of really supportive friends that mean the world to me. I don't think I'd be as confident or as happy as I am today without them, so love you all. You have a great singing voice. Now, I can't really answer this assumption because I wouldn't say I do. Although I want to be in the music industry, I feel like I need a lot of music lessons first. I need singing lessons, but I can't really say whether I have a great singing voice or not because people have told me they like my singing voice. I don't think my voice is anything special right now, but as soon as I work on it, I'm sure I'll be able to. You're gonna be big one day, I can feel it. Oh, this makes me so happy. The fact that people believe in me is absolutely insane to me. It just makes me so happy that people actually like support me and they believe in what I'm trying to do. And the fact that somebody thinks I'm gonna be big one day, I could cry. That just makes me so happy. Thank you so much. Not really an assumption, but you remind me of Emma Swan from Once Upon a Time. I don't know who that is. Let me look it up. Emma Swan, Once Upon a Time. I mean, I appreciate it because that person looks beautiful, but I have no idea who they are. You're quite awkward with new people or people that don't know you that well. That is quite true. I am very, very confident, but if I'm in a social situation where I don't know the people or I'm in a place where I've never been before, I will be so quiet and like I'm a different person because I just don't know how tolerable those people are of like crazy people. So yes, that is something I would definitely agree with. But after a while, like if I'm having a conversation with somebody that I've never met before or I've never spoken to online, within like 5 minutes I will just become myself. I would say I'm quite approachable because a lot of people that find me online can just DM me and I'll start having a conversation with them, and that's fine because they know who I am and they've messaged me because they like my personality. But if it's people that I've never spoken to before or they've just recently followed me or whatever, I will be a bit wary about like showing them the real me because I'm just like, I don't know whether you're gonna like that, I don't know whether you're gonna think I'm cringy, whatever. So yes, I would agree with that statement. You love to change up your look sometimes, so you dye your hair. This is true. I do get quite bored of things easily. You will notice if you're friends with me or that you've followed me for a while that I post about my walls, and my walls change on a regular basis. These pictures that you can see behind me have been on my wall for a couple of months or something, but I can almost assure you that within the next few months it's gonna change. Like, I get so bored of looking at the same thing all the time. I like new things. So it's the same with my hair. Like, my hair being brown and blonde and just brown and whatever all the time, I get so bored with that. So I was like, right, while I'm not at school, let's do it pink for a bit, and then as soon as I go back I can change it again. But I just like experimenting with my style, seeing what looks good on me, seeing what I feel confident in. You're quite an outgoing person, yes. Following on from the awkward around new people, I am extremely outgoing when it comes to people I know really well. I will say things that you probably wouldn't want me to say. Like, I said something on my Instagram story yesterday about Riverdale that I probably shouldn't have said, and my best friend told me about it and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that, to be honest. I just say things, I don't really care. I just say what I feel, say what I think. I think it's really important to be yourself. Even at school, like, I don't even like anyone at school, but because I know them and I know that they are all loud themselves, I don't mind shouting at people or getting in a bitch fight at school just because I just like shouting at people. You love to go to concerts and festivals. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god, concerts and festivals. I'm not even kidding. I put this on my Instagram story the other day. I was meant to be seeing Bars and Melody in April this year, but obviously it's got rescheduled because of the current situation. And it's been rescheduled to October, and everything for some reason that I was going to in April or a bit earlier even has been rescheduled to October. So now every single week in October I'm doing something. There is not one week where I don't have it, where it's free, and I'm just hoping that anything else that gets rescheduled that I'm meant to be going to in the first half of the year doesn't get rescheduled to October, because I'm gonna have to choose between things. But yes, concerts and festivals are my favourite things. I'm really hoping to go to Reading Fest this year if it happens. Obviously Camp Festival, if that doesn't happen I would be very, very upset. Next year I want to go to Glastonbury. Like, I just love festivals, and concerts are like my happy place. It's what I like to spend my money on that I make because it's what makes me happy. It's what makes me feel like myself. I feel like when I'm at a concert I can just be myself and I don't really care. I don't have a care in the world. I'm just enjoying the music, dancing along and being surrounded by the people I love, and that is my favourite thing about concerts. You have a massive garden. This one makes me laugh because I do, but it's not giant. I don't live in like a hall, but like it is quite big. We have the front lawn, and then we have the back lawn, and then we've got like the paddock, and then we've got 3 fields, and then we've got the orchard. I don't even go out in it, I just stay in here the entire time. And it's going to feel really weird when I move to a smaller place, or like when I move to uni, and I'm going to have like either no garden or a really little garden. I would just like to say that doesn't represent how much money my family owns or anything like that. Our house genuinely does not reflect our earnings, and I just want to say that. Appearances seem to be everything on social media, and I promise you the appearance I keep up is not exactly what it's like, so please don't think that it is. Taylor Swift is your favourite artist? Yes, I absolutely love that woman so much. She's like the best woman ever. She's just so talented, and I say that nobody's perfect, but Taylor Swift is perfect as far as I'm concerned. Her songwriting is absolutely incredible. She's so inspirational. She's such a lovely, funny person, and she is just the best. You're going to release some amazing music soon. I don't know about amazing, but yes, I'm planning on releasing music. I'm currently working on an album, actually. I know that's like crazy because people don't really release albums until they've released singles first, but I just want to go deep into it straight away. I have this really big vision for an album. I don't actually want to share what that vision is because I don't want anybody to copy it, but it's something that I really think is something that has potential, and I would like to suggest to somebody who could work on it with me, but I don't know who to suggest it to because I don't want somebody to be like, oh yeah, what's your idea, and then steal it or whatever, because it's something I don't think has ever been done before, and I would love to do it. You are an extrovert and like to go out and have the best time of your life. Very true. Here's the thing. I've never been invited to a party. Most teenagers go to parties on a very regular basis, and I don't get invited to them. It's literally like, I know it's really weird, but like I'd do anything to be invited to somebody's party someday. Like if somebody's having a birthday party, please just invite me. I won't get in the way, I'll just stand there, but I want to be invited to feel validated. I would definitely call myself a party animal. I am really the life of the party. At the parties I have by myself because I don't get invited to any. Your favourite member of Chapter 13 is Tom. Yes, my favourite band is a band called Chapter 13. They're like a teenage rock band. I found them through Britain's Got Talent, but they were all in School of Rock the Musical together before, which I thought was really, really cool. I love Tom because, again, I have similar interests. He is quite a classy person, which I absolutely love. And I just love I love his dress sense. I love him. He's a lovely person. And yeah, he is my favourite. I do love the rest of them, don't get me wrong, but if someone was like, would you want to spend a day with any of them, and I'll be like, yeah, Tom, come on, let's go have dinner at the top of the Shard, you know. You're so embarrassed that you told everyone you kissed Harvey a few years ago. Oh my god. So if you've come from my fan page, which is where most of my viewers are from, you will know that I posted a story time the other day about when I told everyone that I kissed Harvey because I took his water bottle and did something with it at an event. But yes, I'm very embarrassed. I just thought it would make a good confession, and I thought I'd love to know what Harvey thinks of me saying that. But I didn't get a reaction, I didn't get a response. So there's so many people in these assumptions that have either said you no longer like Max and Harvey, or you're not as big of a fan as of Max and Harvey as you used to be. I love that people have observed that because I've just not been posting about them as much. It's not that I don't care, it's just I'm growing up, I'm going off them, I'm changing my interests, and they're just not really one of my main interests anymore. You're quite popular, so why have you put no offence? You don't need to say no offence. That's far from offensive to me. That's flattering. But no, I'm not popular. I did used to be, like, a little bit, and then here's the thing with being in a fandom, you have your time, and then once your time's up, you go. I'll speak a little bit about this in the future with something that I'm working on, but you have your time, and then once your time's up, nobody cares about you anymore. I hit 3,000 followers around this time last year on my fan page, and I hit 3,100 followers in like June or July last year. I'm now nearly back to 3,000 again. I'm on 3,010 or 3,011. I've literally lost that many followers because the main reason people follow me on my account is because I used to go to all of the Max and Harvey events. Like in 2019, I went to every single event they did, and I posted about them all the time, and that was the reason people knew me and people followed me, is because I attended every event. In 2020, I couldn't do that because there wasn't events happening. So at the moment I'm just gone downhill, but as soon as they start doing events again and I start going to things, I'm pretty sure the followers will come in a bit more. So that is all the assumptions that I've been given. I apologise that I kind of rambled a bit on some of them, but I just had to fully explain myself. I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight into what I am like and who I am. Hopefully there will be some study content coming soon, because I am it's currently half term, but next week I have like my mocks and things, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm meant to be revising today and yesterday and the day before. I haven't done anything just because I feel really unmotivated and I just want to like dance around all the time. I don't want to be sat at a desk like revising, but hopefully there will be some study content coming very soon. Check out my new description. I've given my description box a little glow up, you know. I thought I'd sort it out last night. I got a bit bored and I was like, right, let's just, you know, make this look like aesthetic. So I've incorporated a bit of Jaden Bartels into my description, and I've also incorporated a bit of what I've seen from other YouTubers and influencers do in their description boxes. So I was like, right, I've fallen in love with my description box. It looks good. We're thriving. So go check out my description box. Remember to follow me on all my social medias. They will be linked in the description down below. My Instagram usernames will be on the screen as usual. Remember to check out my TikTok and check out my new small business with my best friend Ella. More details will be coming soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!